What would it feel like? If you could never fall asleep, you close your eyes, and the fear inside your dreams wakes you up with a violent jolt. Every night, a new terror, and every morning, a life left incomplete. Some steps taken in life carry a weight that can never be put down. If dreams begin to feel real, then understand this: you are not alone. If you've only heard stories about witches until now, then listen carefully. If this is not a story, not this is the truth of my life. My story, the story of a witch that began with childhood obsession, and even today has never stopped following me. It all began when I stopped being able to sleep. I would lie on my bed, the room completely silent, but my soul restless. The moment I closed my eyes, just before sleep arrived, my body would jolt violently. Sometimes it felt like someone was watching me. Sometimes it felt like someone was standing right beside me. I was alone, yet I felt I was not alone. A cold breeze would pass from one corner of the room, brush against my face, and disappear. And then the door would creak softly. Wherever I went, she followed. Sometimes in the corner of my room, sometimes in reflections, sometimes as nothing more than a feeling. I would sit alone on a chair and suddenly feel a cold breath against my neck. I would turn around. There would be no one, but the silence itself began to scream. Nights passed without sleep. Days passed in exhaustion. Slowly, my mind began to abandon me. I slipped into depression. I would eat, yet feel like I had eaten nothing. I would speak, but later forget what I had said. Sometimes I forgot my own name. Death followed me everywhere. Its fear never let me live. It felt like the witch was slowly destroying me from the inside. I decided to tell others, friends, relatives. The moment I started talking, her torment intensified. At night, the doors began to shake violently. Screams echoed inside the room, sometimes in my voice, sometimes in someone else's. And then, for the first time, she stepped out of my dreams. That night, I realized I could no longer run from her. I returned home, opened my room, and she was already there, sitting inside. Her hair touched the floor, her face half swallowed by darkness, and her voice, "You cannot leave. You belong to me." My body went numb. I began reciting the sacred words my elders had taught me. All night, I kept reciting. She didn't come closer, but she never stopped watching me. The next morning, my friend took me to a spiritual healer. He stared at me for a long time without speaking. Then he began to whisper something. Slowly, his eyes turned red. The room filled with echoes. And then a voice said, "I will return." The healer recited prayers over water, blew it onto me, made me drink it. Then he created an amulet and placed it in my hand. He said, "As long as you live, never remove this from your neck, because if you do, she will return." Today, after all these years, I am still alive, but every night, before I sleep, I hold that amulet tightly because I know she never left. She is only waiting.
She is still watching.